Hello, and welcome to Wonder Years Wednesday. I'm Wendy Sellers, but the kids named me the Puberty Lady. That's because I love to talk about puberty. I'm on a mission to stamp out silence, shame, and stigma and make sure that every young person has a positive puberty experience. And to do that, I authored Puberty the Wonder Years, a curriculum for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade students. However, during this pandemic time, many schools are not in session, and so since spring is the traditional time that most schools teach the puberty lessons, a lot of kids are not going to get those lessons at school. This means that parents are being asked to teach about puberty at home, and they're taking this on just like they are all of the other homeschooling subjects that they're having to teach because school's not in session. So what is a parent to do if they don't feel comfortable, confident, or have the resources to teach puberty to their children at home? That's why I'm launching a new series, and this series will be a series of book reviews. Each week I will review a different book about puberty. Some weeks the book will be for kids to read with their parents or alone, and other weeks the books will be for parents to read to get. And so this week, I would like to highlight a book called Vaginas and Periods 101. And this book is written by Christian Hoger and Kristen Lila, and it's illustrated by Sarah M. Lyons. This is a brand new book. It just got released. And the authors were so committed to releasing this book that they launched an Indiegogo campaign to get the funding that they needed in order to get it printed. And so I'm really excited that this is finally out. This is a hardcover book, and the pages are a cardstock thickness, not the thin paper, but they're not as thick as a toddler book. So the pages hold up really well, and it includes a lot of really fun features like pop-ups, lift the flap, a movable wheel, and also a mirror. And so the book opens to the introduction with a little bit of information about the authors and their journey and qualifications. And then it opens up to a pop-up, see it's three-dimensional, of the vulva, the external genitalia. The next page talks about the internal female reproductive system. And then the next series of pages is the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle. And it shows where the egg or ovum is here in the ovary on the first page. And then there are these little barn door pages which are cut halfway or 2/3 of the way. They're called barn door pages. The next one shows the ovary here with a wheel you can move, and it shows the egg leaving the ovary and moving along the fallopian tube toward the uterus. The next page shows that the egg is now in the uterus, where there's a nice thick lining in the uterus. And if that egg is not fertilized by the sperm, it passes out of the body through the vaginal canal. And then that lining of the uterus is discharged as a blood-tinged discharge. The next 3 sets of pages do a nice job of overviewing menstrual products. And there are some lift the flap features and other features here. So it shows disposable and reusable pads. It shows panties that have a liner and can be washed out and reused. It shows a tampon, and there's a string here to show the string. And then the last couple pages include the menstrual cup and menstrual sea sponges. The next spread of pages, it shows diagrams of 7 different vulvas, and this shows the diversity in the way that a vulva can look and still be, very normal. Just like we all have different noses, we all have different vulvas. And here's a mirror so that the reader can look at their own vulva and see what that looks like. And then the next set of pages talks about the natural changes in the way the discharge looks throughout the menstrual cycle, and the way scents can be involved at different times of the cycle, and normalizes all of that. And then the end of the book includes a list of resources. So some of the things that I really like about this book is it's very inclusive. The book's illustrations include a great diversity of people of different races, and also different genders. And so it's very inclusive that way. The book also avoids using pronouns in recognition that not just girls and women menstruate. And also there's a spectrum of menstrual products described, much broader than maybe some adults have ever heard of before. And then finally, the diversity among the diagrams of the seven vulvas, normalizing how the appearance of a vulva can vary just like all the other appearances of people do. Just like people have different looking noses and eyes, vulvas can also be very unique and special for each person. So I hope you enjoyed that overview of the book of the week this week, Vaginas and Periods 101, a pop-up book. In the comments section, I'll provide links to tell you how you can order this book, as well as a link to their Indiegogo campaign for their information about what they did to get this book out into the public, and the review from Goodreads. If you have any questions about the book or about this series of live chats, please put those in the comments section. And I thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next week for yet another book about puberty. And until then, take good care. Bye-bye.